Hello everybody and welcome back to NHarmzWay Gaming Plays Sky Odyssey. This is episode 38. This will probably be the last episode for a while as I move on to a different mod pack, but I wanted to let you know where I had gotten. We've completed the IC2 coolant and we're well on our way to getting the renewable quest. I started getting UU matter. The problem is that I'm pretty sure all this does is just take in power and get UU matter. So as a tier 3 it might be able to hold more power. I haven't put anything in it. On this side I've done the Tech Reborn UU matter. Let's get back to where we were. We were trying to finish up some fluids. So we're starting to get UU matter. What I'm thinking I'm going to have to do is build, I don't know, 50 to 100 of the matter replicators, matter fabricators, and as it fills, see, if I were to put directly on top of it a solar, let's find one of the, that's a medium, that's low, that's high, that's extreme. So let's do one of the highs and see if that will keep this powered better. It looks like it will. And because of that, the progress is going up. So maybe what I need to do is just make a bunch of them and put those solar panels on them, and hopefully that will continue to get us more and more of the UU matter. Because if you look at it, our final quest requires 1,000 buckets of it. And at that rate, that was, I went AFK for over 8 hours yesterday, and that it made 8 millibuckets. That's all. So it's going to take quite a long time for this to get what it needs as far as power to move to the next one. Yeah. So we're going to need a lot of them. And I'm thinking that's what I'll do. I'll just make a lot of them. Alright, so let's get back to where we were. So we've done all of these except empowered oil and biodiesel. So let's see how we can do those two. Empowered oil is a fluid transporter, actually additions empowered oil. Okay. Using canola, you make a simple, effective power generation system from natural resources. I think I've seen this before. Do we use the empowered canola seed to make the empowered oil? Okay, those are all just going in there. So let's read it. Using canola, you make effective power generation system from natural resources. To do this, first find some canola plants in the wild, plant them on your farm. The canola you get out of them can be used in canola press to make canola oil. This used in an oil generator displays the amount of power it can generate in its GUI. However, to upgrade further, yield more power than that. For starters, you can use a fermenting barrel to convert the canola to refined canola. If you're still not satisfied, place the refined canola in the ground and throw in a crystallized canola seed to make crystallized oil. If that is enough for you either, make an empowered canola seed and toss it into some crystallized oil to get empowered oil. So this is going to be a little bit of a thing to do. And I'm pretty sure I've seen Direwolf do this. So the first thing we're going to need is a canola press. So let's go back to here and see if we can build a canola press. We've got canola seeds, we've got canola, so we can get started. And if we were to put this in our little farm over here instead of the wheat, would that, do you think, so let's change this out by changing this out to this. So if we're only putting canola seeds in there now, let's get rid of these. Do the harvesting. So, alright, now we can start getting straight canola, but we're going to want the canola to go somewhere other than here. So let's take this off. We're going to want the canola to be staged somewhere. So let's get ourselves a crate. And I'm kind of leery of doing this, but we know. Alright, so the seeds, canola's fine. Canola seeds are fine. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want the seeds themselves to go back into the EMC along with the wheat. So we're going to blacklist, or actually, we don't need to blacklist anything. If we get a conduit and then have things moved straight from there to this, do insert, take off extract, do always active, the only thing it's going to pull from here are those items that have EMC value, like the canola seeds and the regular seeds. So canola itself is just going to grow here and keep being put in this crate until we actually have it extracted to something different. Of course, we're getting canola seeds, but with a couple of upgrades, 15 speed upgrades, it'll do a stack at a time. So now anything that moves into here that is EMCable will move almost immediately out. Okay, so that's one step. The next step is to build the canola press. So the canola press requires an Inori crystal and an advanced coil. Cobblestone and canola, so let's grab some canola from here and build ourselves the press. Oh, look, we already had some in the system. That's fine. We'll put this one back. So the press, does it require power? Let's see. Read up on it. I don't see anything that shows that it would be. Let's see. Let's put it here and see if canola seeds, yep, it does show that it needs power. Let's see if canola seeds will go into this. Yes. So grab a point and put power on it. We'll choose that network. There we go. So now we're making canola oil. So now we need a fermenter to change the canola oil into. So let's get 2 of the fermentation buckets. Again, we're going to need more canola, which we have. Let's get 2 of the fermentation buckets, or barrels, and we'll have the press feed these 2 barrels. Or we'll see if the press can feed these 2 barrels. So we'll put one here, one there. Doesn't look like it needs power, but we are going to need other conduits. I like using the interconduit for stuff like this just because it's almost instantaneous. So we don't want anything going back into here, so we'll take off the insert. We'll always active on the exert. We'll insert here. Oh, sorry. We want insert only on that side, and the same thing on this side. We want insert only. So, getting canola oil, making refined canola oil. Nice. This is being fed and actually making oil. These are filling up. Maybe not as fast as I would want them to, but that's okay. So, that's fermented ore meat. I don't know what that is. Anyway, so let's get an Akashic tome, because we can, for the actually additions. To get an Akashic tome, it's just dirt in the center of there, and we will make the actually additions. Book out of it by right clicking it and choosing actually additions. So we've done that. Now we're going to want to, we don't want an oil generator because we're not trying to do that. We're going to want canola seeds in an atomic reconstructor. Okay, that's not difficult. And then we're going to want crystallized. So crystallized canola seeds with canola seeds make empowered canola seeds. So we're going to want to take like an entire stack of the canola seeds and throw them on the empowerer, and then we're going to want 4 more stacks of them because we're going to empower all of them. So we put those there. Oh, will it only do 1? This might take me a while, but let's do 1 just so that we can see what it's like. Those should be pretty quick. That is pretty quick. So take that, empowered canola seed, so we were already here, weren't we? So there's the empowered canola seed. Empowered canola seed, and toss it into some crystallized oil to get empowered oil. So the crystallized oil is place refined canola oil on the ground and throw in a crystallized canola seed. So we're going to need more of these seeds. I might have to actually look at how somebody else has done this, but for the time being, if we were to take that, let's see, give me a bucket. The other thing we're going to have to do is, can we make a liquid trash can? Or a trash can for fluids. Let's instead of looking it up as liquid, let's go trash can for fluids. That's not difficult. We will put this here, and now that this, that'll empty out the rest of the sludge. Alright, so we're going to want this to drop into a hole in the ground, it says. And I'm not sure how that actually works, but so bucket that, one of these, and that's crystallized. So with that, if we put this in it, That makes it empowered. Okay, so that's not that difficult. All we have to do is put it into a tank, maybe? So a tank, put that into it, and then we'll feed it from the tank. Alright, so between this episode and the next time you guys see me, I will have made the 50 buckets of that. In the meantime, as you can see, it's going to take me a little bit to make, because for every bucket I need one of these, so that's 50. And because we already used one other, we're going to need that one. So let's put these here. Alright, so that 51 will be, or that 49 since we've already made one bucket. That 49 will be for, and we will just place them there. Because that 49 will be for the buckets that we put in here. We'll just let this keep fermenting. Maybe put it in a tank so that we have something to pull out of. I'll put a tank here so that we can get all of that canola oil in it. The funny thing is that this isn't really letting it go in, so it is, but it's not. And actually that's not what we want, is it? We don't want the canola oil, we want the fermented. So that's not where I want that. I want that to push it back out. Okay. And then we'll put a tank. This is how I'll do it. I'll put a tank on each side here. One there to pull the fermented, and one there to pull the fermented oil out. And it will pull the fermented oil out of here. And we don't want anything going between these two, so we won't touch those. Hopefully, I want this to be extract always active, not insert, because I want that to go into here when it's done. Which means we might need to... That was two buckets. 25, 27 buckets. This one holds 2 buckets. Okay. So I guess we could use this as a insert and extract, and this to push pull. That way it keeps this one empty and pushes into these two as it needs to. Alright, and then of course I will make the rest of these that I need as I need to, so that we can make the rest of the rest of that liquid. Alright, so that's that. Probably it's not the neatest, but it'll work, right? I think it will. So our next quest is biodiesel. So how do we make biodiesel? Let's look it up. Biodiesel. So biodiesel is made from a refinery. What goes into the refinery though? Ethanol, biodiesel. So 3 biodiesel. Okay, see, the fluid transposer part's not showing me anything. And how do I make a refinery? That's an immersive engineering thing, so let's look it up. That's a sludge refiner. Okay, so is there not a thing for it? At immersive. Alright, so we made that workbench. That's fine. We've got the book, the engineer's manual. That's a chemical thrower. Okay, so if I look up Akashic in here, yep, that doesn't give it to me. We had that book. I'm not sure if I still do, but I can go look. Did I put it somewhere over here with this? We can always do this and open that up to engineer's manual. Oh, that's one of the things that I had on me when I died. Okay, so the refinery is a heavy machinery, so it's a complex multi-block that refines one or two fluids into another. Refinement of plant and oil and ethanol into biodiesel. Alright, so I'm going to need 8 scaffolding, 5 fluid pipe, 1 engineering block, 16 iron sheet metal. So it looks like I'm going to need some blocks here. So let's work on building those. 8 steel scaffolding. So let's look up steel scaffolding. I need 8 of them. If we build 1, so that's 1, steel rod and steel ingots. So steel rod is 2 steel ingots. Let's add these in case I haven't, see, and also add them here. That way they're available to us in the system. So steel scaffolding is that, and it gets us 6. Add those to the system. I was contemplating whether or not I should add them to the system, but let's do it anyway. And go back. I need how many of them? 8. So we've got them here. So there's 8 of them. Alright. Our next item is 5 fluid pipe. Okay. I'm going to build these here if I can. So we need 5 fluid pipe from immersive engineering. Okay, so that's this one. That is iron plates. Oh, we've already built those. We only need 5 though. Okay, so we've got the fluid pipes. Then we need 1 redstone engineering block. So redstone engineering block. That's pretty easy. We get 2 of them. I'm going to go down here so that we can put them in our system. And we need 1 here, okay? We're going to need 2 light engineering blocks. So light engineering blocks, that's these. I think we've got everything for this in the system. We don't, which makes no sense. This should be in the system. Okay, now it's in the system again. There's the light engineering blocks. I don't remember how many we needed, but we'll look again after I put this away. I need 2 of them. Okay, so we'll grab 2 of those. Then we're going to need, I'm going to put this closer to where we're working. Then we're going to need 2 heavy engineering blocks. So from light to heavy, those are probably going to require some like medium engineering blocks. No. Okay, those should be fairly easy. Again, not sure why these aren't showing up, because that doesn't require those. They require steel ones. Okay. So there's 2 of those. We'll grab 4. We'll put these up here so that we always have them available for us. And our last thing is 16 iron sheet metal. So iron sheet metal. That's that block there, which is just 4 iron plates. That's pretty easy, and we need 16 of them. There's 16. Here's some to put in our system. And then let's go find a place to put this. I don't know if this is going to require one of our, like, it said plant fuel, right? Let's go to the next page. To form the structure, right-click the heavy engineering block on the middle layer. Fluids are input through the 2 ports on either side of the block and output through the orange marked port at the front. Apply a redstone signal to the control panel at the front will halt the process. It can be inverted by using an engineer's hammer. Alright, so we're going to need okay, so 2 scaffolding, 2 scaffolding. I don't know what that was in the center, but we'll work it. So our 4 scaffolding. That was a pretty big structure. Let's go over. It's a 3 by 4 or 5. So let's go here. That gives us enough room. So 2 scaffolding, 2 scaffolding, 2 scaffolding, 2 scaffolding. That looked right, didn't it? So 2, then the pipes. Okay. But which are these? Alright. I only saw that for sure that that went there, that the pipes go here, that these and these, I'm thinking these go on the bottom and these go on top of them. So is it light engineering on top of, or heavy engineering on top of light engineering? That kind of looks like it, doesn't it? I think so. So light engineering, heavy engineering, and then across the center, back, and top are the sheet metal. Okay. So sheet metal goes across here, here, and I'm sure we probably need our engineering hammer. Which one is that? No, 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 yes. Probably need to hit this somewhere with the hammer to get it to work. Okay, but where? Or maybe those blocks are wrong. Maybe I need to turn these around. Put those on the bottom and these on top. Oh, that's not where it goes. I don't know, in the past it seems like everything that I've had to do is just right click and it worked. That's all we had to do on this one, remember? We right clicked and it worked. Shift right click maybe? That's not right. That's probably what I did wrong. It appears as though heavy there, light there, heavy there, and then hit it with the hammer? There it is. Okay, so fluid in, that's empty. So what we need is power. Not sure where we're going to power it except for right here, right? So let's grab a point and see if we can power it with a point. I hope. If not, we're going to have to get into the powering for immersive engineering. Nope, not with a point. Unless maybe change the output to don't remember where that's sat. Okay. Alright, so we'll take the point off. We're going to have to figure out how to power this in immersive engineering. We've got the full book. That looks correct now. So what do we have for power? Power, wires, and generators. A power generator, thermoelectric, diesel generator, a lightning rod. So maybe that's what I need. I need to actually run wire from there to here. I don't want to actually hurt myself though. Connecting dynamos will generate power based on how fast they turn. Windmill sail. Okay. Wiring. Yeah, I can make copper wire. Okay. Not sure what all those mean, but input values, transfer rates, that's all good. So I'm sure that I need LV, HV, or MV wires. Nice. So treated woods. Don't I have a Tesla coil in here? I do. What does the Tesla coil give me? If I were to set it doesn't do anything. Probably pulls power from somewhere. Okay, so that's not going to work. We're just going to have to figure out where we're going to get power from. We've got a number of stuff we can probably use. Current transformer. Okay, that's not bad. Kinetic dynamo. We've already seen how those work. Breaker switches, I really don't care about. Redstone wires. But not transmit power. Okay, I don't care about redstone wires. I've got one of these. Pretty sure. Placing a hot fluid on one side, colder fluid on the opposite side generates energy based on the difference between the two temperatures. So if I were to place packed ice on one side and a magma block on the other, that would create power. So thermoelectric is what it was. I could have sworn I had one. Maybe I read it wrong. Thermoelectric generator. Must not have made one. I thought I did. Copper coil, LV wire. I should have everything in here for that. Copper coil. Constantin plate, steel ingot. I don't have the Constantin plate, okay. Constantin. Just go downstairs and make some. Get a little bit of packed ice. We only really need to make one, right? It has an EMC value. Yes, so we only needed really one. Put that away. That was, I was making a thermoelectric. Okay. That's not right. Come on, try it better this time. Dang it. So those were steel, right? Correct. Steel ingots. Right there. Oh, did I do that wrong? Ah, I did, because these are the plates, not the actual ingots. I don't like when it pulls from my inventory like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There it is. And then I want packed ice on one side and a magma block on the other. And then I'm going to need wiring. But this should produce power for us. Where should I put it? Right there. So we'll put the thermoelectric device there. Packed ice over here. Hopefully it doesn't melt. The magma here. 0 RF. Okay. We need LV. We're going to need these. The wire connectors. That is terracotta, copper ingot. I have both. So if I were to put this there and there, I hope that's what I need. If not, we'll have to make these, the wire relays. And we want wire, don't we? LV wire coil. And if I go from there to there. There's wire, but nothing getting in it. Although this shows it's got 256. Maybe I didn't read those right. So basic wiring. So capacitors to store energy, connectors as inputs and outputs. So those are wire connectors. If I were to put a capacitor, because they have those. So there's an LV capacitor. And I'm pretty sure that you go from LV to, I need treated wood, which means we need this one. So capacitor. So let's try an LV capacitor. Oh, I only have one treated wood. Okay. I need a bucket. I need to grab the wood. I'm going to need planks. Put it there. Capacitor, treated wood. To make treated wood, I do it that way. There we go. Alright, so let's go back to making the capacitor. So that's the LV capacitor. Is this too much? Because that's 256. How do I just break these with the hammer? Do I do it with, okay, I don't have the roll anymore. Break it like that? Okay, break it like that. Okay, so LV capacitor, there. Wiring from here to here? No, that's not going to work. I like how it slid across the ice. Maybe capacitor there to there to there? Wire from there to there? Nothing. Facing side, no connection. Okay, well that's not right. Will my Yetta wrench make a connection? Oh, there we go. So facing side has a connection. Does that mean that this isn't connected to there? Doesn't connect to the front? Does it connect to here maybe? That could be, right? We're going to need more of the coil. I don't know how many. But first let's try it from there to there. Cannot connect the wire. Alright, so connect it from there to there. That's not where I want it. I want it from there to there. Oh, that's the problem. I can't connect it from the same wire, but I could connect from there to there. But that's not going to work. So let's try, because that's filling up. That's good. Let's see if I can do this without getting shocked. I did. So let's see if it connects to here. Connect from there to there. No power still. Maybe connects to these? I don't know. Alright, looks like I'm going to have to look it up. So I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. So it looks like what I need to do is I need to change the setup here from the front to the back. I've never done this before, so thank you for bearing with me. Let's break all these. Yep, I figured that was going to happen. But we can get another one. There's the dirt that I had. It says that you connect the power to the back. And it looks like right there. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to make our power right here. We'll get some magma cube there. This is the thermoelectric generator here. We're going to need more packed ice. Here. Okay. Now we're going to want to go from the top of this to the side of this, but I don't know what side. That side looks good. So we'll say that there, that there. Then we're going to want to go from the top of this to the top of this. Now let's connect it all. So we want to go from there to there and from there to there. Okay, that's getting, that's not. Says that the back side is where power is input. That's the pipe. Okay, so maybe I didn't get it right. Ethanol goes in one side, plant diesel goes in the other. So we were on heavy machinery, we were on the refinery. So two fluids into another. So what we want is plant oil and ethanol becomes biodiesel. So how do we make plant oil? Plant oil is made in an industrial squeezer from immersive engineering. And it appears as though we can make it from pretty much anything. I don't see how much power it needs, but so melon seeds, hemp seeds, seeds, beetroot, or pumpkin seeds. So we're going to have to make that and ethanol. I probably spelled that right? Ethanol. So ethanol is made with a industrial fermenter. What gives us the best? Looks like all of them give us the same amount, so it doesn't matter. But I'm going to have to make that too. So we've been sitting here for quite a while. I'm going to have to do just that much more research. I have to do that much more research to get these things running. It said that redstone flux is input from the back center block. That should be this block. Do I still have my point on me? Can I just put the point there? Oh my gosh. I didn't have to do all this elaborate stuff. Well, now I know. So, take all of this off. And it's powered. So now all we need to do is, all I need to do is make the other two, the fermenter on one side, the processor on the other. So that's the refinery. We're going to need the squeezer on one side because the squeezer is going to make two hatches at the back marked with blue dots. Output from the orange dot. We don't want to halt it yet. And a fermenter. So Between now and the next time you guys see me, I will build these two, and hopefully we'll start building or get to a point where the biodiesel will start coming out of this one. So that's going to be it for today. I hope you guys all enjoyed. If you did, please consider giving me a thumbs up. I'm not sure what we're going to start on our next time around, but I'm going to start looking at packs a little bit later today and see what's out there. We've got power in this now, so all we need is to put the proper components in it, one in one side, one in the other, and output here. So one's going to input here, the other's going to input here, and we're going to output right here. I might have to actually build a little bit out right here in order to make one of the, might actually do that on both sides, just build a little bit out to make the next blocks. But thanks for coming along with me, and hope you guys have had a good time learning with me. Like I said, I'm going to start taking care of these as well. If you liked, give it a thumbs up. Questions, comments, concerns, put it down there in the comments. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification button. That way I know that you subscribed and we can be fast friends. Until next time, this is NHarmzWay Gaming. Bye-bye.